Hello, we are at 5626 Troth Street here in Mira Loma, and what we're going to do is take a quick tour of the property. This is actually the front of the house. Originally was a garage, but when we go on the interior, you'll see its garage has been plastered over and converted into a living space. It's on the public records as a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, but it's also got a den, and with the converted garage, it's actually got 4 bedrooms, 3 for sure, and the front room is a den. As we walking through the building, we will take a look at this bonus room. It's not technically a bedroom, but as you can see, there's still a lot of work involved, and there's a stained carpeting, so that definitely needs to be replaced. And what we're going to do is just continue walking through the property. This is the kitchen room, dining room area. Again, it's a bank-owned property, and the price that they're asking is negotiable, but also reflects numerous repairs and code violations that are on the property. We've got missing range here. It looks like there's a stove, and the power is not on, so I do apologize for the low lighting. Just want to give you a quick tour of what we're looking at. Here's a broken window, and there are broken windows throughout the property. And here we have a space for the refrigerator. Underneath here, and I noticed that the plumbing, just to let you know, it doesn't look like it's draining to anywhere, so I don't know, there's maybe some plumbing issues involved. I did notice that there was mold in one of them in the master bedroom. We'll get to that. Here is access to the side of the house. This is actually bolted shut, so I don't have access to go through that door. This is actually our converted garage. You can see that the garage door has been boarded up. Again, broken windows here. Not sure, chances are that the conversion is not permitted. Not sure if the city will allow you to keep it as a converted garage. Here is our laundry room facility area. Again, I do smell urine, so I'm not sure if vagrants broke in and just you were squatting in the property, but there is a slight odor of urine and that I am detecting. Upstairs here is an access to the attic area. Unfortunately, I won't be crawling through the attic. You can more than welcome to do that for yourself or hire an inspector to do that. Here is our family slash living room area. Looks like it is a gas stove, and there's something missing here. Not exactly sure what that is, but there's a big hole here, and not sure what exactly we're looking at here, but it's maybe it's a place to store firewood. The ceiling in this room actually looks pretty good shape. You know, it looks like it's I don't see anything of immediate concern, so the overhead looks pretty good, but there are numerous holes throughout the property. I'm not sure if I can catch all of them throughout this quick video tour, but here's a closet. Looks like access to the telephone system. Don't know if that's actually working or not. Looks like there's some loose wires, so that's a cause for concern. And also keep in mind there are numerous code violations. The city has deemed this property uninhabitable. Let's see if we can get a clear view of this room. The broken window right here, so not much light in here. Hopefully our flashlight can get that. And you know, I do see a stain up here on the ceiling, so that's indication of maybe some water leakage, or perhaps maybe some mold damage. So that's the roof probably needs a look. Don't know of any there's roof concerns, but if you're interested in this property, well worth your while to have a professional inspector or contractor look at all this. Going into our first bathroom. I don't know if you can take a look at that. I apologize. Let's see. Let me do it this way so I don't get you topsy-turvy. Looks like a pretty much standard bathroom. Got one sink, shower stall, commode, carpeting. Looks like it needs to be replaced throughout. Let's go into our second bedroom. Here we have a gaping hole in the wall. So again, you need a good drywall guy to come in through here. Carpeting is dated and probably be best just have that replaced if you're going to rehab this property. This window actually is one of the few windows that looks like it's intact. Built in 1973 though, looks like it's the same original windows. They are not energy efficient, so maybe with your while just to replace those as well. Here is our third bedroom, or the master bedroom. Mentioned the mold damage here in the closet, so that's cause for concern. Needs a closer look. The power and utilities are not on, so if the water is on, some leaks may be detected. And here's our second bathroom associated with the master bedroom. It actually looks like it's in relatively good condition, if you can consider, I mean, everything is relative. We do, it looks like a dead blue jay. Obviously got trapped in here when the windows were broken. I do see some graffiti on the interior, so that's indication that maybe there were some squatters who had gained access to the property and were living here. But we got a one sink, huge mirror right here. So this is our master bedroom. Let's see, that's pretty much the run of the house. It is actually on a large lot. Let me just give you a quick tour of the exterior of the building. We're going outside now. I do know that there was an unpermitted horse stable that was installed that the city has asked the new owner to remove. I believe that the estimated cost to remove that is $2,500. This is a horse zone property, so we got huge lots on the left and the right of the property. I believe both properties are bordered by actual horses and chickens, if I'm not mistaken. Here is a view of the pool. Obviously that needs to be dealt with, and I understand that the pool equipment has been removed, so just be advised that there is no pump or heating system. You may have to factor that into your purchase. Looks like a shed that probably be best removed and discarded than to try to see if you can fix it up. It's all upside down, lots of vegetation. And here is our horse stable that the city says is unpermitted, needs to be removed. So factor that into your price. We have a next door neighbor with some very handsome looking horses on this side. And again, this is almost a full, half acre lot, so there's plenty of room here. But all this needs to be cleaned up. Huge vegetation. Looks like there's a bunch of chickens running around here on the property. The neighbor actually has a chicken coop, so I'm sure they're free roaming here. But whoever purchases this property needs to be advised that there's chickens and they crow. Here's a makeshift chicken coop as well. So 5626 Troth Street here in Mira Loma, bank-owned property. That's the quick video tour. If you'd like to know more about it, feel free to give me a call. Again, Andrew Toe at 909-217-9835. The bank is asking somewhere in the neighborhood of $174,000 after repair market value. Probably can go close to $265,000. So the bank is thinking that they built their asking price and built the repairs into their asking price, but everything is negotiable at this point in time. Again, my name is Andrew Toe with Prudential California Realty. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions regarding this property. I can be reached at 909-217-9835. Thank you for watching, and I do look forward to working with you.